Everybody, Smile says hi again. So this week we're going to talk about a couple different things. We're going to talk about capturing, and then later on we're going to talk about capturing calmness. And I've done a lot of that with Smiles already. Every time she's relaxed, I reward it. I say good, and give her a treat. And I don't make a big deal out of it. A lot of times I'm just simply walking by, and as long as she's sitting there nice, I'll be good. And just easily give her a treat. But right now, we are going to train her to go to her place. Smiles. If you notice, we taught her to train touch. Yep. And we are going to give her a treat for that. And by capturing, simply, if I waited long enough, she would just go back to her place here. But we don't want to wait that long. We want to lure her a little bit. Yep, good. So, you notice after I say the word yep, I simply drop the treat on the floor. Yep, good. Come here. Otherwise, she would just sit on her carpet there, and that's fine, but we want her to... Yep. So she's getting it already. She really likes this spot. I haven't rewarded her. Yep. With it before, so... but it's her favorite spot when she's loose in the house, and she's not loose very much. Yep. Good girl. See, she's probably a little bit tired. She just wants to go there and lay down. Yep. Well, this is the easiest training I've ever done. Most of the time it doesn't go this way. Most of the time, I gotta lure. Yep. But it can really go this fast. You gotta stop and itch a little bit. But again, so long as she's not going there, I'm just gonna, yep. So there's a lot to be said for just waiting it out. That you want training to be her idea when it's young, when she's young like this. So maybe we can use some spatial pressure to back her on. Nope. But yep. Good girl. What a good puppy. What a good puppy. We'll give her a couple treats because we don't want to make it the same all the time. We want to vary it. We don't want her to think that she's only ever going to get just one treat. Sometimes it's going to be worth a small fortune. Yep. So the instant she puts her back foot on there is when I want to reward that. Yep. So it's just like I'm taking a picture of the instant she does it exactly right. Yep. Now we're going to do a couple touches. Touch. Yep. Touch. Yep. You want to wait a second like that or so after you, yep. Well, that was a little early, but you want to wait after you give your yep or your marker cue. Yep. Good girl. Good girl. What a good puppy. You'll also notice that I'm wearing this gizmo. Yep. So I want to be Hey, yep. I want to be consistent about marking every time she goes on there. And I can wait. But here, this is the greatest invention that I think that's ever been made for dog trainers. You simply attach the puppy to the leash, and then you can be hands-free. So from now on, a lot of the times when I have her out, I'm going to wait till she lays down. Yep, good, good. So I want to treat her on spot. I want her to go to her place and be nice and relaxed. So I'm not gonna give her the release command. I'm just gonna continue marking with good. Yeah, good. And the other thing you'll notice I'm carrying is a treat bag. She's getting to the age now where she responds when I call her to come. She also responds when I tell her to touch. And so I want her to always think that I have treats on me. She won't get fed outside of the treat bag anymore, so I will weigh out her food and just dump it in here, and every time she does something right, good. Good. And again, so if we're capturing calmness, if I was just sitting on the couch and she was just laying there, I would just mark that good, and just not make a big deal of it. No more eye contact. Just simply walk by, give her a treat. I'm out of treats right now, so we'll give her this one last little one she can look at in my hand. Good girl. And when I'm done, I always tell her that's it. So she dropped it. That's it. Oh, no, it wasn't quite it. That's it. So that marks that I'm done training. So she can do whatever she wants. I'll flip her ear down so she looks like a princess again. And now she's just on her free will. She can do what she wants. So at this point, she's still too young to be potty broke. So I'm really never going to take my eyes off her when she's in the house. I simply either I'm going to have a leash with my eyes on her, or I'm going to have her in her kennel, because until she is potty broke, I simply don't want her to have accidents in the house. And if it does, I fully know it is my fault and not hers. They will learn very quickly if you... there's a lot of times I'll have a puppy that has never had an accident in the house. They just get potty trained. Next week we'll probably work on ringing the bell, teach her how from... And I won't do any work between now and then on that. I'll just wait. And so what I'm going to simply do is she knows what touch means. So I'm going to just put the bell in my hand and let her touch it. And if I have to, and she's not ambitious enough, I'll wedge some cheese right in the bell so that she tries to lick it. My goal is to get her to touch the bell and make it ring. And once she figures out that she gets a reward every time for that, she will touch it on a regular basis. And then I will just keep moving that closer to the door, and I will simply hang it on the door at some point, and that's a whole new thing. So that's going to take, maybe a day or two to, to acclimate to the door. And at that point, I'll start backing up further and further away from the door, and in order to get a treat, she'll have to go ring that bell. And when she does that pretty reliably, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the door and reward her outside. So she'll know that when she rings that bell, that is the key to outside. So anyway, that'll be coming next week. For right now, we're just going to continue working on her touch, her sit, her come when called. So every time I call her now, she gets a treat. Never does she come and I call her without having a treat or love for her. So I make a big deal of it every single time. But we're gonna get her to go in her place. We're also gonna probably start, and you can do this the same with her kennel. A lot of times the kennel takes a little longer, and maybe I'll do a short video of that. Just because a lot of times they won't want to go in their kennel, even with good treats in there. So you'll kind of have to, they're easily distracted. We'll have to throw the treats inside, maybe rub our finger in here to get them to come. But once they figure out that there's a treat every time they go in, and even now, before I physically put her in her kennel, oh look she's eating me. I will I will put treats in her kennel so she likes her kennel. That's important for them to like their kennel because her kennel is always going to be a safe space. I don't care if she,
Ouch.
you know,
Ouch.
ate your granddaughter's favorite toy. If she makes it to her kennel, she should be safe. No punishment should come in the kennel because that is her safe spot. So, anyway,
Ouch.
we will say, ouch, ouch. So, a lot of you are wondering what I'm doing. So that is, we're working on bite inhibition. Every time she bites me, I'm gonna jerk my arm away and scream, and hopefully startle her when I do it, loud enough that she. I really don't mind the biting. That's why I didn't get it right away. My wife had to remind me. They grow out of that on their own, but some are vicious biters, and there are ways that we can stop that too. But right now, like I said, ouch! Good puppy. Good puppy. See? She was putting her teeth on me, and I'm just letting her know that hurts. Although it really didn't. I just want her to think humans are fragile. And I'll get kids and everything to do that so that they think us humans, you really can't mouth us. That's for another video, and we will see you next week.